I've seen 100 grand in cash. I've took the trip to hell and back. I've been around, never saw nothing like you. And I've seen lights up in the sky, and I've seen ghosts alone at night. I've seen some things, but they were nothing like you. Till I walked through walls, till I walked through walls. I wanna be with you, 'cause I'm me with you. I've seen things, I swear to God, that I still can't explain. I've been way too drunk and way too high, been dancing in the rain. I've seen butterflies and babies crying still until this day. Ain't seen nothing that's quite like you. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Scareborne.
I met some folks, but they were nothing like. Till I walked through walls, till I walked through walls. I wanna be with you, 'cause I'm me with you. I've seen things, I swear to God, that I still can't believe. I've seen shooting stars and crystal balls and magic in the breeze. I've seen Paris, I've seen London, I have been weak in the knees. Ain't seen nothing that's quite like you. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo. Till it burns down, till the world ends, till it's all gone, till my last breath, till I leave town, till there's nothing left, till I'm in the ground, till I'm a ghost. I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo.
Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? Hey, Froggy Pate, welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day? Hey, Edited Critique. So, just so everybody's aware, that was Tom McDonald and his new #1 hit, Ghost. You guys may know who Tom McDonald is. He's very anti-government, anti-establishment, and he's a rapper from Canada. But one of the cool things that I discovered, turn this all the way back up for you guys. All right. So, one of the things that I discovered about Tom McDonald was that there's actually a video that he posted. And if anybody needs a link to it, there's another YouTuber who put it up so that people can use it as evidence. But you can actually play all Tom McDonald songs on your streaming platforms, whether it's Twitch, it's YouTube, it's your little TikTok videos, whatever the case may be. Tom McDonald has given permission to anybody to use any of his music for any of their content that they so wish. So I think that's really cool personally. If you guys need a link to that video so you can download it, let me know. But you can use his content, his music, for any streaming stuff that you guys do. He has given consent. Wow, for sure. Send it, please. Okay. Okay. So this entire video is 48 seconds. I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm also going to post it in... Let's see...
His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler, but a just one.
Putting it in Discord right now as well.
Long live the king.
Okay, make sure I get the spelling correct. Anyone?
In luck point, perchance.
Music for content. Here is his
Majesty
consent.
King Radovid is a stern ruler, but a just one.
Paste. Sending now. There we go. There we go. So you guys now have the links. If you get YouTube Premium, you're able to download the video itself as well. It was actually taken from when he did a Facebook Live update. And he did a little stream thing. But it's 48 seconds. And in it, he states he gives permission to everybody. He doesn't care. And in my opinion, that's smart marketing. Because everybody going, hey, I'm going to put Tom McDonald shit in my stream, makes all their viewers go, oh, wow, Tom McDonald, you're playing him? That's cool. Hey, what's this song called? And then they're going to go look it up and put it in their playlists. They're going to keep using his music. And they're going to pull his music from platforms like YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, right? They're going to pull his music from these platforms to use on their content. And when they pull it from those platforms are paying him. That's why it's a smart business move and marketing move on his part. Because he's getting all this free advertisement and the platforms are still going to pay him because his songs are being played from their platforms. It's pretty ingenious. Let's see. Let's get caught up. Thank you. How did everything go with the tire situation? Hope all is good. I am going to...
His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler.
It's hard for me to explain the circumstances currently because it's an ongoing thing. But I did get the tires replaced, yes. And let's see here. Gonna go shopping for food here in a bit. Probably gonna be like $400. No, it was $635.92 is how much it cost to replace those tires. But yeah, again, it's an ongoing thing, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it because it's ongoing. But for those who don't know, which should be anybody who's not a Legion broadcaster, I actually stopped broadcasting for a little bit there, and I wasn't sure when I was going to come back to broadcasting because my car and my mother-in-law's car, we had our vehicles vandalized in our driveway. Somebody came in, slashed my tires, and it took some... There were 6 different marks on my tires in total before they actually were able to make puncture marks. And then I noticed that at one time, and then when we woke up the following morning, because I noticed it around midnight, and when we came back out at like 7 in the morning to take my daughter to school, it ended up being my mother-in-law's tires had been slashed at that point. So whoever it was, they came back, did the second car, and they ended up bringing a different instrument to do the puncturing with, because the first instrument was blunt. It almost looked like it was a screwdriver. Could have been a dull knife, like a Swiss Army blade or something. But the second one, the one that was done to my mother-in-law's tire, it says that like it was a clean cut. It was a sharp, maintained blade that took her tires out. So it was one of those, like, that they came back and did this. So it wasn't a random thing, it was a targeted thing. And again, it's an ongoing situation, so that's about the extent of the details that I'm willing to go into it at this time. But yeah, no, it's not resolved by any stretch of the imagination. It is still ongoing. You're good, just checking to make sure your family were good. Honestly, if I could get myself like a game camera, the kind that you can monitor with live feed, it would be better. Or if I could... See, this comes back to the I wish I was still in the army, because then I would just get my soldiers and be like, hey bros, guess what? We're doing guard duty. We're doing training rotations at night at my house, okay? Like, I would totally turn it into a training exercise, 100%, and I would have armed dudes doing it. It would be beautiful. But alas, I am not in the army, so I have to do it all myself. Oh, I can use his music on YouTube. Yes, you can absolutely use his music on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, on whatever other social media platforms that you can add music to. You can 100% use Tom McDonald's music. That video that I posted there and in the Discord is a video and verbal confirmation from Tom McDonald himself stating he does not give a shit if anybody uses his music, and everybody is free to, for whatever purposes. And he made the video specifically because people kept asking him, and he kept having to give the same answer, so he just made a freaking video and gave it to everybody. So it's there. If you guys get like copyright claimed on like YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, they mute your audio and they're like, oh, copyright, blah, 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 blah. That video is your evidence to prove that you have the artist's permission, and you have the permission to use his music and content for anything that you create. And it's audio and visual, so it's indisputable. Pretty cool, right? Why would someone do that? Absolutely horrible people. People that do things like that are people that have not been in any situations where there's been real consequences in their life for their decisions and their behavior. However, I can say that people that make decisions like that and follow through with actions like that, they tend to shorten their lifespans dramatically by choosing to target people they don't understand backgrounds of. All right, so here we are at the temple. Bam. This is the end of Heart of Stone DLC, everybody. And again, this is not the decision that I like to make. Okay, I really am opposed to doing this.
Carl. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Okay, before he answers there. So, I don't like choosing this answer. I really hate choosing this answer. But I'm going to choose this answer because I want the Horn of Plenty. So, here's what we're going to... Damn it. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a save so you can see it.
Led Geralt
I'm going to do the long,
the
extended
ugliest
crap.
man alive and
The correct answer.
It was the key to finding the young woman.
I did, because I
Geralt
failed to
needed
save.
to lift the curse. So he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells. To the Witcher's fortress of Scareborne.
Okay. So, where are we at? Alright. We are going to actually save the game here. I'm going to show you the long, drawn-out, correct answer here. Just know that I 100% am strongly opposed to doing anything other than the long answer. However, we're not going to do the long answer as the final decision. I will reload and do the short answer afterwards. And that's because I want the Horn of Plenty. This is why I recommend you guys do 2 playthroughs. You do the new game and then you do the new game and then you do a new game plus.
I mean,
the new game plus.
He's an ass. And he's dumb. He's a dumbass.
Facts. So, what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be doing the long answer first. Then I'm gonna reload the game, and then we're gonna do the Horn of Plenty, because I cannot express to you how important this Horn of Plenty is. Okay, it is. Do it. Trust in the awesomeness. If anybody can tell me what book series that is from, trust in the awesomeness. I will be thoroughly impressed, and I don't know, I will think of something. Trust in the awesomeness. Can anybody name the book series that comes from? 300 bits! Wow. Thank you. Froggy Pate, man, you have just been so generous with those bits lately, and I cannot express how grateful I am. Like, it truly means a lot, and it helps dramatically, being able to do things, to know that we have people supporting what we're doing here, and supporting the project that we're working on, because we're still working on that company, right? Got to make sure that that funding is there, and it really, truly does help. So, thank you. It does mean a lot. The Nugget of Plenty. Hey, you scare. Hey, Man Bear Nug. You know I care and love this community. I know you are a fantastic member of the community as well as the Legion Broadcasting team. And, I gotta say, I'm very happy with our community. I am so happy that everybody is just kind, Everyone's kind. Everyone's respectful and courteous, and there's just not enough of that with day-to-day human interactions with people, So it's really amazing to see this entire community come together with the understanding that, no, being kind, being courteous, that's a priority for us, and it's truly inspiring. So thank you all for being amazing. Let me get these shout-outs here. All right. Woo! Hey, Man Bear Nug. Glad to see you on. The situation is okay, I suppose, considering. It is ongoing. But just because there's an ongoing security threat, does not mean that I should neglect my responsibilities to this community. I have done what I can under the current circumstances with my current set of tools, and it is very much ongoing. But at this present moment, right now, right at this very second in time, there is absolutely nothing I can do to improve or solve the situation. I've done what I can. I've put measures in place, but right now it's a sit and wait and see game. And as a result of that, I figured, even though it is ongoing, I should come back here and spend it with you guys. Nuke the site from orbit? Pretty damn close. Let's just say that it would not be advisable for a repeat situation to occur. And let's leave it at that. I gotta be careful what I'm saying, because this stuff stays on the internet forever. Alright, let's get these shout-outs going. How you doing, Man Bear Nug? Anything new or exciting in your part of the world? And Man Bear Nug, I don't know if you heard of Tom McDonald or if you're a fan of Tom McDonald, but I did post a video over in a link over in Discord, tagged everybody. Tom McDonald's music and his content is free to use for any type of content you create, to include your Twitch stuff. And there's a 48-second video, or 46, let's see. "48 seconds." It's a 48-second video where he gives like full permission for anybody to use his music for anything they want. So, but you guys have the video, so you can submit it as evidence, as proof that you have the rights to play his music on your guys' content, because it's him giving the proof on video and verbally saying, I don't care, everybody use it. So, you're able to use it on all platforms now. Figured I would share that little bit of a resource with everybody, because honestly, his newest song that he just released, Ghosts, I really, really dig the song. And it's crazy because he's a anti-establishment, anti-government Canadian rapper. So you expect a certain persona from this person, and Ghost isn't that. Ghost is him singing, not rapping, and it's just like, wow, I didn't know you could sing, bro. That is phenomenal. All right, and did I type that right? Wow. So capitalizations don't matter because I accidentally capitalized the very second letter, the very first A there. But yeah. So, real quick before I get stuck in going off on a tangent again, or one of my rants, good or positive rants, because I do both here. I just want to say, if you guys have not followed Man Bear Nug, Froggy Pate, make sure you guys do this, okay? Not only are they members of the Legion, but they're part of the Legion broadcasting team, officially, right? And they are amazing people. They both got glorious beards. I'm actually kind of curious. Is Man Bear Nug and Froggy Pate going to have a beard growing competition? Like, measure the length of your current length of your beards, right? And then have a deadline. And then see who can add the most length to their beard by that deadline. Right, so have established, like, no, my beard's this long, his beard's this long. Okay, so from those numbers to where it ends, who had the most growth? Like, that would be something interesting. Or like crazy beard designs, like the braids, right? Something, I don't know. Have a beard competition, because both of you guys have a great looking beards, man. So that would be kind of cool. Oh, there you go. Do a Legion beard growing contest. Have it be like the entire Legion, and everyone submits photos of starting, and then at the end, like, they submit photos of the end, and see who's declared the winner. That would be so cool. I couldn't compete. I can't grow facial hair to that caliber. Genetics, man. We're going to combine our efforts and make a space elevator with the beards, because science. Dude, I would not be opposed to bearing witness and even helping promote the concept. Like, we need a space elevator, I agree. And I think the strength of your guys' beards could absolutely do it. Oh, man. So, again, we're going to go into this. This is the very final section of the Heart of Stone DLC. We are saved here. No, we're not. Now we're saved. We are going to do the long ending, which is the correct ending. Want to emphasize that. That is the correct ending. This is the canon ending. Do the long ending. But do it on your new game plus, because on the first game, make a bad decision. Okay? So do the long ending, then we're going to reload to this point right here, and then we're going to do the short ending that we're going to keep. Just because I want to show you guys both. And that's what she said. Bayaks. Oh yeah, no, you have to. Absolutely. totally agree. There's certain things, like, that's what she said, and then, your mom, that's the other one that, like, if the opportunity is perfect for it, you have to say that. Like, that is basic social etiquette 101. You can't miss those opportunities. I volunteer as tribute for the beard elevator. The Bears beard elevator. Ooh, that would be a cool concept too. All right, let's do this. Yeah, Man Bear, I think you might like Ghost. I don't know if you'll like the rest of his content,
Strange
but Ghost
choice
I
of
think you'll really
local.
like.
Guessing there's a reason for it.
Oh, right. We're gonna say, not my choice.
Wasn't me who chose it.
I assumed so. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
And you can do combos like that's what your mom told. Yes, you can. In fact, one of the combinations for that we used to do in the military, especially when we were deployed, was your mom sends me care packages, or your mom sends me cookies. Like, and legitimately, the funny thing is that we actually had a dude in one of my deployments where his mom legitimately would send care packages to the entire platoon, and they were usually baked goods. So, like, as funny as it is, like, no, we actually knew a mom that was doing this. And let me tell you, man, like, the cookies that she would send us, like, granted, she was shipping them from the United States to Afghanistan, right? And they were still so freaking delicious, and I'm pretty sure it had more to do with the fact that we had been stuck in a war zone and deprived from real food for so long that they just tasted that much more amazing. But man, her cookies were on point. We actually had we ended up getting some patches made, and it was like a woman, and she was wearing an apron, and she was holding a tray of cookies out, and like it didn't have her head, right? It just from the waist, from the shoulders down, and then and it said, "Your mom sends me cookies." And we actually had that as a patch made. It was pretty funny, and then it became a mainstream patch all of a sudden. I was like, "Man, that's dumb," but because like for us, it was no, we actually have a mom doing this. Okay. So, refresher. Iris was Olga's wife. She was the painter. She was from a wealthy Novigrad family. And she was dead. She died of grief. She was in that mansion of theirs that he abandoned because she said she never wanted to see him again. So he took that literal and left. Because why? Because we're men. If there's a woman in the audience and you're listening to this, understand what I am saying. When you tell a man you don't want something or you do want something, we will take that in the most literal manner possible. And we will follow it to the T. So keep that in mind. So that's why he stayed away. And he wasn't there when she died and all of that stuff because he was following her wish.
I think she loved you. Meant this as a token of that love.
She loved me. After all that's passed. Iris. What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though a hot iron's pierced my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. So glad to see
What
everyone's...
the heck is this dude?
How do you feel, Von Everett? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
Oh, he got him. That's pretty creative. I got to admit, that's pretty creative.
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Horse. You cheated me.
I never cheat.
All right, we're going to do the good guy thing first so you guys can see it.
Wait.
Do not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
You wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
What do you propose we play? Gwent?
Don't know. Maybe we can bet on a challenge. You know I'm good at accomplishing the impossible.
I could beat him in
So
Gwent.
let me do it.
I could beat him in Gwent. I'm pretty sure if they would let me give if that was an option, I
Very
would
well.
beat him
But
in
we
Gwent.
shall do this
Hands down.
my way.
My Northern Realms deck, boom, 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 gone, buddy. Hey, Runa, hey, welcome in, welcome in. How's your day?
What's happening?
You wish to play, so let us play.
Again,
I shall tell
I'm
you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free.
And if I don't?
Then we'll all 3 go for a wild ride. It's what you proposed, is it not?
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin.
it's a
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
It sounds like a reflection.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me, what am I?
It's a reflection.
You're going down.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
Okay, so this is legitimately timed. You do have to do this quickly. That's the first thing. Second thing. If you choose wrong before, it'll screw everything up, so don't do it. Okay? And again, this is the correct response for ending this DLC. I'm going to show it to you. We're going to reload. Okay? But this is the good guy answer. And what we're looking for, because you got to remember that we were given the answer on how to beat him by the scholar. right? And the scholar said we have to beat him at a game, at a challenge, right? And what we're going to do is his reflection. That's what we're looking for, is a reflection. And the way to do that is water. It's glass that cannot break, right? Because it reflects. Clear water reflects that's still. And if you smash it, it just disrupts it. And then when the water calms down, it goes back to being still and giving a reflection. So it's glass that cannot be broken. So that's what we're looking for. And again, this is timed. Do not screw around and be getting lost in any of that, okay? And this is very easy to get lost in this place. All right, let's do this. I wish they would actually give me the freaking timer, though. Where is... Okay, here we go.
What is this
Here it
place?
is. There's our timer at the top.
Like it? Plenty more when it came.
There are certain things in here that you
Just
want
remember, you
to
must
do.
find me before time runs out.
Use your Witcher vision very heavily, because there are a few lootable items in here. But do be, like, don't have to... If you backtrack, you're probably going to run out of time. And you have to worry about fighting, too. Forgot about that part.
Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world, my rules.
That's not correct. Don't examine that. They're not going to give it to you real easy. What it is in that major building back there. That's where the answer is. Man, I know there is a special item here. I'm just trying to remember where the special item is. Man, creepy little ghost children. Okay. Oh, yes, I can. Save my game. Oh, really? Like, no, you're not lamp. Wow, okay. There's a special item here. I know, I can't remember where it's at now. If I run out of time, that's fine. I just need to show you guys a special item, because if you guys are going to go through the trouble of coming here, you need to make sure you're benefiting from coming here. And that's actually a cliff. Because the special item's kind of like tucked away. It's not a easy, obvious location.
Help! Geralt! Save me!
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. What's this?
Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
I can't believe you fell for that.
You can't? Do you not know who Geralt is? Geralt's probably one of like the most loyal friends you could ever have. Geralt gives a shit about his friends. Okay? If you've never had a friend like Geralt, then you've never had a friend. Geralt cares. And Geralt will sacrifice and throw everything away for his friends. Because they are important to him. Alright, so we came up this way. Cut across the bridge. Now we're going the right way. Alright. We're going the right way for what I'm looking for, not the correct way for... Oh, come on. I know you're out there somewhere. It has been so long since I've done this DLC this way. It's because there's not a real benefit to doing it this way, other than it for being the canon answer. And that's the sad part. Like, the benefit that you get here is far outweighed by the benefits that he can give you, that Gontaro Dim can give you. Wow. This dude controls specters. I want to know what the hell he is. He controls specters. He's immortal for all intents and purposes. And he can grant wishes regardless of what they are. Here it is.
Is it about swords that turns
Here it
men
is.
into utter fools when
Look
they
at this.
see one confused?
Viper Venomous Silver Sword.
Through howling winds, pouring rain, with their
There we
loving
go.
hand of iron thread.
That's
Which
what I
reminds
wanted.
me, time is running out.
Time is running out. It's a unique Witcher sword that you can get. There's really no point of actually running it, because again, we got the silver sword from Toussaint. But if you're a collector, which, you know, every good gamer's a collector, you definitely want to grab it up. Bum, bum, bum. I just kind of want to make sure we got all the specters. I think so.
Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. Remember, all is good. As I see it, you will never find me. Never.
You're just jealous, bud, because I am gonna find you. So that is not the answer. So don't examine it, okay? What you want to do is in this graveyard, you go all the way to the top, all the way. And then when you get there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look inside. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, come on. Move, move, move. So Geralt's walking super slow all of a sudden. And again, you can't come back to this place once you leave this place. So if you fail to loot something in the timer, you can't come back here later, okay?
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
No, it's not where he's hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you?
He's not in the mirror. He's not in the mirror. He's not in the mirror. No, no, no. He's right.
Damn you, O'Dim.
Oh, you're not gonna give it to me? There it is. So you see that? We used Ard, broke the wall, and look, there it is. The reflection. The glass which cannot be broken.
Be gone. You've lost.
And bam, just like that, we beat Gaunter O'Dim and saved Olgrid.
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks. Wine's revived me a bit.
Why is he shaved?
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank vintage. You know what, though? It's good at last to taste something real. So, have at it. Tell me what the blazes just happened. Your brand's gone. Guessing
And my
that's a good
beard's gone.
sign?
Okay, real quick. Let's get caught up. Froggy Pig with another 3. Man, what are you doing, man? Let's count this here. Let's count this. 600 today, and a total of 4,600 bits total that you have donated to this channel. On top of, if I remember correctly, you're also subscribed too, aren't you? Yep, 2-month subscriber. Man. Like, I cannot... Thank you. You're probably getting tired of hearing that. But, like, sincerely. Like, sincerely. Thank you. Like, it again, it truly matters to me. And it truly makes me feel good and helps me know that I'm going in the right direction. Because when you guys are, A, showing up to the broadcasts, and B, showing support in any way, whether it's bits, it's subscriptions, it's simply being here and talking to me in my chat, like, it lets me know that what I'm doing is correct and that I need to keep doing it for you guys. So, like, truly, thank you. Again, you guys truly do motivate me, and if it wasn't for the fact that I know how committed you guys are to this community and, you know, being here, I wouldn't have... I wouldn't continue to push out content when I'm having things going on in real life like are currently going on. So, thank you for that. Oh, and I did want to share. So I talked about a few days ago how important giving blood is when if you're able, you know, because not everybody can give blood. Some people have medical conditions which prevent them from donating blood. But I did talk about it briefly, and I got an email about, let's see, what time is it? So I got an email about 2 hours ago letting me know that my blood that I donated the other day was actually just used at the Orlando, let's see here. Let me pull up the email here. It was used at the Orlando Regional Medical Center, and it was given to a patient who was in need. So it was pretty cool that One Blood, that's the name of the blood donation organization that's local to Florida area, but they sent me an email letting me know, hey, my blood's being used for a patient today at Orlando Regional Medical Center. And you know, it's like getting confirmation. Like we know that our blood gets used, right? But it's always nice for them to follow up with you and be like, hey, listen, just so you know, it's being used right now. Somebody is in need of what you gave, and it is helping them in a medical situation right as we speak. You know, it's like that makes a person feel good too, you know? So I wanted to share that because that was exciting for me to be like, I got an email telling me that it was being used. It was like, wow, that's cool, you know? So whenever you guys are able, because again, there are certain medical restrictions, I strongly encourage donating blood. I do every time I'm eligible. My next eligibility will be in March. So in March, you'll see me donating blood again. I gotta figure out a way to do like a blood drive for the Legion or something. I think giving blood is more important than giving money to the medical facilities and the medical community, because blood is finite and blood is always such a low supply, but it's always so crucial, you know? They can always get more business investors. They can always get some millionaire bigwig to buy out their hospital or whatever, right? But donating blood, a person can only give so much blood a day, or at a time, rather. And then they have to wait before they're able to do it again safely. So, like, it's one of those very precious resources that I don't think people focus on as much as they should, because everyone always gets caught up in money, you know? And it's like, blood's pretty damn important to donate. I personally have people that it saved the lives of. Especially in service, you know, like, so if you guys can donate blood, please do. And again, I'm talking about this from a person who has a phobia of medical syringes. Yes, I am absolutely terrified of them. And I still get out there and I still do it. So, no excuses unless it's a medical reason. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That definitely would be motivating to give blood again. Neat. Yes, absolutely. Last time I gave blood, I passed out. I didn't eat any breakfast, but told them I did. LOL. Oh yeah, no, you always gotta eat, man. Eat just before you go in, then just hang out. But yeah, absolutely. I've only passed out once, and that was I was in the army and it was a new person, and they ended up sticking me in my vein, blowing through the vein, wiggling it around, pulled it out, stuck higher in the same vein in the same arm, blew that out, wiggled it around, pulled it out, did it a third time, just higher in the same damn vein and arm, blew through that vein, and then wiggled it around and then pulled it out and like, we're going to try the other arm. And then when they stuck it in the other arm, I passed out at that point. But that's the only time I've ever passed out from having blood draws. Oh, man. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. So I am giving support, good sir. Never get tired, bud. The beard master graces us with his pubes. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, like, we should do a Legion beard growing competition. I'm just, due to genetics, I'm not able to participate, but I think it would be a cool concept, right? Everyone get their beards going and take pictures of like the starting and the measurement starting, and then have a finish date. I think it'd be cool. All right, so we're gonna tell this dude what happened because he wasn't part of it. He wasn't present for it.
O'Dim decided to have some fun at my expense. Devised a game I was supposed to lose. Seems he'd forgotten the training you put me through in doing the undoable.
So only to protect myself. In doing so, I put you in harm's way. Forgive me.
I really love that character.
Well,
he is so
don't
well
have to worry
written.
about him anymore. You're safe and free.
I thank you. Though I've no notion what to do with this freedom now. Mirror took everything. Everything I loved. All I held dear.
Not true. Got your heart back.
A bitter victory. Now at last I sense how much I've lost. I've a heart again. Yet all it feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. My life is a ruin.
You've handled tougher situations. You'll figure this one out. Got a company of faithful comrades waiting. Got a home, your fortune.
No. I cannot live as I did before.
So what'll you do?
I don't know. But one thing's clear. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew. And truly, this time.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Can't accept this.
You can, and must. This sabre's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else, it remained at my side. Means a great deal to me.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life. And such a weapon could be right useful to you.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
You needn't be. I thank you again, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Good luck to you too.
Woo! And there we go. That one is now officially concluded. All right. So there we go. Let's look at what these actual rewards are here so you guys can see them and judge whether or not you agree with my assessment. First thing, we got the Venomous Viper Sword. And as you can see, yes, it does a little bit better than what we're performing at currently, but we can't use it until level 39. So when we get to level 39, the sword we're using continues to level with us. So we got to keep that in mind too. And then this is the Iris. So he gave us Iris. Iris weapon charges with energy during combat. When its color changes to red, a strong attack will release an extra powerful strike at the cost of part of the attacker's vitality. So it actually eats your life to increase your damage output. So, and it's, let's see, a relic steel sword. So, I wouldn't use it because it's going to kill you while you're using it. So there you go. That's your rewards. And that's it. That's your rewards. So don't do that way. As much as I really truly like the character Olgrid, the rewards just don't pay out. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go and do this manual load and fail.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to
purpose.
conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to
wait for
finding a
this.
young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse. So he took
This
Uma to the
narrator is
home
supposed
of
to
the
be
world's greatest
Dandelion?
specialists on dark spells. To the Witcher's
And it
fortress
bothers me.
of Kaer Morhen.
It bothers me because Dandelion's in this game, and the narrator is Dandelion, but they use two different voice actors. It's like, why didn't you just use the same damn voice actor for both the narrator and the character if it's supposed to be the same damn person, right? And they're like, but he's supposed to be older. So? That don't sound like Dandelion. I would like to see the scruff on Scare's face after 7 days no shave. I'd like, okay. 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 I'm telling you though, like, it looks trashy. It doesn't grow in all the way or correctly. So, like, it looks trashy. But okay. So why the purposeful cut on the dude's palm when taking the sword? It's not that it was a purposeful cut. It was that the blade was far sharper than Geralt realized. And he was holding it at a weird angle. And the reason that the cut was so significant is because he, up until the ending here, he was an immortal. I mean, we cut this dude's head off, and he just kind of like stuck his fingers in his mouth and pulled his head back in place, and there wasn't blood squirting everywhere. Like, he had a heart of stone, so he didn't have blood pumping throughout his body. So the fact that he bled when we took the sword proved that he now has his heart restored. It's no longer stone, and he's mortal again because he's bleeding. So that was the whole significance and how they had to work that in there. So, again, now we're going to restart and do the correct, the improper way.
Straight.
And we're going to skip all of this. How about a community challenge? Dude beards take a while to fill in. I have 2 small bald spots you can see with a super short beard. So, okay. I mean, I'll give it a try, absolutely. But I do feel like if we're gonna make it a Legion build community challenge, I feel like somebody who has a full beard, i.e., you or Froggy Pate, should be the leader of this community challenge. Got to set the examples, right? I will never shave this beard. True. But I mean, you got to like do the trimming the split ends and stuff, right? To keep it nice and clean looking so it keeps growing in nice. At least I would think you would. No pressure, of course. I'm just poking at you a bit. Oh, yeah, no. No. I totally understand that. But I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm telling you. You're not... It's not impressive. It's actually very sad. But I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. I will absolutely participate if either you or Froggy Pate lead the challenge. All right, so let's skip this because the conversation's not going to change here.
Got it.
What?
The part that's going to change?
So, what do you?
You forget.
And
Don't get involved.
it is done.
Here it is.
Soul belongs to me. At last, it's over. We must meet again one day. Business with you is pure pleasure.
Gonna remove the brand?
Ah, right away. Done. Now, tell me what reward you've chosen.
Okay, let's discuss some of these rewards here. But before we get into that, let me get caught up in chat. I do see a barber from time to time. See, makes sense. Yeah, you got to keep those split ends trimmed up, right? And then Froggy Pate, I had one of those super realistic dreams the other night. In the dream, I was drunk, shaved my head and my beard. Then I looked in the mirror in the dream and I said, "No way I'd do that. This has to be a dream. I shit you not." It was weird, so real. Wow, that is pretty weird. All right, so let's talk about these rewards. I want to be swift as the wind. So, swift as the wind gives you a special, unique saddle for Roach. It's got like a black mist cloud aura on it, and it does make you fast. But not so much so that it is justifiable to take that as the reward over, say, the saddle that you win in the tournament over in the Blood and Wine expansion in Tucson, which we already have that one, and it has Geralt's crest on it and Geralt's crest colors. So it's, don't do this one. You can do it to see it, but don't do it, okay? Never want to go hungry again. Yes, we'll come back to that. A bottle of vodka, which is always full. Yeah. Again, it's a drink that doesn't run out, but it's not as good as the Horn of Plenty, so again, don't do it. Make me rich. He gets you 5,000 crowns. Legitimately, that's it. 5,000 crowns. At least that's what it used to be, so don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't want anything from you. Want to know where Ciri is. Okay. Don't want anything from you. Obviously, you walk away with no reward. Want to know where Ciri is? We already know where Ciri's at, and we're going to figure out where Ciri's at without him, so we don't need to do that. That would be a waste of your wish, so don't do it. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go with never go hungry again. That's right. Here we go.
Never want to go hungry again.
Sounds practical. And can be arranged.
What's this?
A Horn of Plenty. From this day forward, whenever you're hungry, reach in to find something to eat.
What now? Off to find another poor fool?
Haven't decided yet. But I do know if I ever have trouble collecting a debt, I shall turn to a witcher.
I need to go put my beard back on. It really bothers me. They keep taking it off of me. My mutton stash. Boom! And that's it for that. Okay, so let's talk about this Horn of Plenty, shall we? We be getting a Horn of Plenty. Look at this. Look at this. Horn of Plenty. Yes, it has the dumpling icon because of the sword. This one. So if we remove that. So look at this. 40 vitality regeneration and 25 vitality regeneration per enemy killed during combat. Why is that important? That doesn't sound like a lot. But why is that important? Well, because if you consider what everything else does, everything else only does 10s. And this does 40 and 25. So you can see, like, it's more than double of what we're already getting for healing power. So, big difference. Helps dramatically. Bam. We're going to put that sword back on, which turns everything into dumplings, but it keeps the same effect. Amazing. Ah! Man, I got that Ghost song stuck in my head. That is such a good song. Man, he really did a great job with that song. Is there anybody here who hasn't heard the Tom McDonald song that I was just playing when I first started this broadcast called Ghost? All right, so let's see here. It's almost... And the streams woke up and check to happen right there. As much comfort, feels it's almost like the dreams of having my old long hair, so real. And then shower, reach back, and the long hair is gone. And I'm like, oh yeah, no more hair. My hair is growing long, and I have my wife. Nice. I wish I could pull that off. You mean the Nug of Plenty? I mean, like, if I could change the name of this, I would absolutely do that. Just like if they would let me name the swords, I would run around with liberty and freedom. Oh, hell, the Nugget of Plenty. Facts. I have never had long hair before, so this is new and nice. I just realized man bear flavor. Cool. I have really never liked mine at the time. Cool. I really liked mine at the time. It did get in the way, as you're finding. LOL. It's like the reverse beard. See, for me, and I am missing a freaking portrait, damn it. You know what? I know what we're doing. We are going all the way back to Olgrid's Manor because I am missing something, and I am aware that I am missing something. It's the Von Erich estate, so that's where we got to go back to. I think it's called the Von Erich estate. Yeah, it should be this building right here. I truly feel like I'm missing something there. Because there is a portrait that I should have been able to retrieve. And also, do you see the Horn of Plenty down on the bottom left corner underneath the camera? It's got the infinite sign for charges. So now that we have the Horn of Plenty, we can sell all the food except for our White Wolf wine and buy them. And we got superior healing now in combat and outside combat. It's just a beautiful thing. So again, bad decision, first time playthrough, yes. And then turn around and you need to do a New Game Plus, and that's where you make the good decision where you side with Olgrid. Because honestly, if we're being realistic, this dude is a good dude. He made piss poor decisions for the right reasons. And that's what the issue comes down to. It's one of those, there's an old saying, I don't know how many people have heard it. You may have heard it here before, but it's good intentions pave the pathway to hell. So, yeah. And that's pretty much what just happened. For Olgrid. Like, his entire life and everything he cared about was destroyed because of the wish he did so that he could improve the life of those around him and for those he cared about and loved. Specifically his wife. All right. It's not actually the Von Erich estate that I want to go to. It's this building. So I need to go to the Dark and Hollow outpost and then come back around, correct? Wait, no, that is the correct one. So I need to come down. The map's in a different direction. All right. Let's see here. Just don't let her use your good hair products. Haha, I use hers. I mean, you can wash your hair, not condition, but when you wash your beard, it just needs more attention because beard. Yeah. I can definitely see that. I know that some of the guys that can grow glorious beards, they have all these, like, they have like 15 special products that they're putting in their beards. And it's just like, why? And they're like, you gotta keep it looking good and healthy, man. And I'm like, I can't grow a beard, so it's okay. Oh, it vibrated. Why did it vibrate? I am missing a freaking portrait here. It bothers me. So I can examine, but he's not going to react. Okay, cool. Is this the portrait? Is this the portrait? No, it's not. Damn it. So there's a painting here. Maybe I screwed it up and didn't get the painting. It's that painting right there. I don't know why I can't.
The
pick it up,
gods have
though.
accepted your sacrifice.
Man Bear Nug has gifted a subscription to Runa Hay. Outstanding. Thank you so much for doing that. I greatly appreciate that. That is pretty awesome of you. Man, like I said, I mean, the people we have making up the community, you guys, you guys truly are some of the kindest, most generous, awesome human beings. You guys really are. And you guys are inspiring. You guys are very inspiring of why we should always strive for kindness with others. You know, you guys are living examples of that, and it's beautiful. Here it is. Here's the painting. This portrait of Iris and Olgrid. Here we go. So check it out. That's a pretty cool painting, right? Right. Cool. Run! So now we gotta go back through all this craziness. And I'm gonna show you what you do with the portrait. Woo! We're gonna do exactly what we did with the Starry Night over the Pontar that we won in the auction. We're gonna do the same thing there. Because again, this is a unique portrait. And uniqueness must be kept installed and displayed. Thanks for the gift sub. I love this Scareborne. You're welcome. I see you here often. Support. Yes, matter of fact, that's actually why Runahay has the VIP status, is just because he has been here since the very, very beginning. And I love the support, you know, and that's why he's one of the few channel VIPs. Is
The gods have accepted your sacrifice.
And you gifted my mom a subscription? Man. I'm gonna have to tell my mom right now. You gave my mom a subscription. That is so cool. Let's see here. Hype. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I don't have any of the hype stuff set up because I've only had a hype train twice, and it was on the same day, and it was set up, and it was done by Froggy Pate and Compound Geese. Those two started a hype train twice on the same day. And that was my first and only hype train. And I think that was... I can actually tell you. It was... 19 days ago. 19 days ago I had my first hype trains. But that's why I've never set up the hype commands and stuff. Is simply because, like, I don't get hype trains. If I got hype trains more frequently, I would absolutely figure out how to do cool animations and do, like, chat commands and stuff. Hold on, I gotta text my mom and let my mom know that ManBearNug just gifted her a subscription to my channel for 30 days. She's gonna be so stoked. She loves ManBearNug. And she also loves, Mike Macon. Those are her two favorite streamers. And then my grandmother, my mom's mom, she actually lurks in ManBear's stream on a constant basis. It's pretty awesome. Okay, I sent that off to my mom. I'll let you know what my mom says. Oh, wait, we got a hype train. Oh, we've got a hype train. We've got a hype train. Oh. And we've got new activity. And Froggy Pate with another 400 bits. That makes a total of 1,000 bits today. Wow, that's crazy. That is freaking crazy. So, look at that. I've got my third hype train. Woo! For that exclamation right hype kind of a command, you can do it just like the other commands and add emotes, and the bot will need to be subscribed to your channel. Someday Scare will forget I exist and create 100K channel redemption, and I will be ready to pounce. So, first of all, thank you, Froggy Pate. Second of all, thank you, ManBearNug and Froggy Pate, for creating that hype train. That is outstanding. That is my third one ever. So, that's so cool. So cool. And Runahay. Yes, I know. I am so slacking on the rewards for the channel point redemptions. I still haven't figured out good options that... Because, like, I used to have quite a few options,
led Geralt
right?
to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse,
They
was
keep
the
talking.
key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
We need one more person to donate, then it'll be official. Oh, see, like, I don't even know how hype trains work. That's how infrequently. So yeah, apparently it takes 3 people. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Well, thank you for that information. So now I know.
The gods have accepted your sacrifice.
An anonymous gifter gave Nexus Sloth a tier 1 sub. I don't know who the anonymous gifter is, but thank you. Thank you. Woo! You have a limited time to earn an exclusive emote. That's what I just got a message of. So we are at 88% for a level 1 hype train with 4 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Man, this is so cool. This is so cool. Like, I don't know what to do. I've never had this happen. Like,
says I just whipped your ass.
Greatest wrestler. Well, almost greatest wrestler. Like, he's one of my top favorites. He's definitely on my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. Eddie Guerrero's on there too. Man, I don't know what to do. I've never been in this position before. Thank you. Like, this is kind of cool. You just think it's a keep fun. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, like I said, I've never done this before. Wow. That's so cool. That is so cool. You guys are amazing.
The gods have accepted your sacrifice.
An anonymous gifter has given Sin... I always have such a hard time pronouncing her name. She's another cool ESO streamer. Anonymous gift... So here's a question. If somebody is doing an anonymous gifting, does it count as a separate individual? Or does it count as the same individual? Out of curiosity, does anybody happen to know that? Man, that is so cool. Man, listen. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. For those who haven't heard this song, we're gonna hear it now because I feel like there should be animations and noise and da 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 da, right? And there's not because I've never needed to set this stuff up before. But we're gonna play Tom McDonald's Ghost song because I think it's really cool. So we're gonna do this for the time period, and we're gonna hang up this Olgrid picture as well. And another 100 bits, and another 100 bits. Ah! Speaking of nice people and veterans, you sent us to that. Are your friend? Speaking of nice people, the veterans you sent us to that are your friends are awesome. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. Don't. No. Man Bear Nug. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I actually posted a video in the Discord. It's Tom McDonald recording himself stating that he is giving everybody permission to use his content for anything they want. So he has given permission, and we have the video from the artist and producer and songwriter going, "This is my shit, use it, please." So everyone can use Tom McDonald stuff. So we're going to play his music real quick. We're going to play his new song, Ghost, which is #1 hit on the billboards right now, surprisingly. And he's an independent artist. He's not attached to a studio. So we're going to play that because it's such a good song.
I've seen 100 grand in cash. I've took the trip to hell and back. I've been around, never saw nothing like you. And I've seen lights up in the sky, and I've seen ghosts alone at night. I've seen some things, but they were nothing like. Till I walked through walls.
Yes, I was thinking. I was wondering.
Till I walked through walls. I wanna be with you, 'cause I'm me with you. I've seen things, I swear to God, that I still can't explain. I've been way too drunk and way too high, been dancing in the rain. I've seen butterflies and babies crying still into this day. Ain't seen nothing that's quite like you. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo. I've seen the country far and wide. I meet my heroes all the time. I've been around, never saw nothing like you. And I've held diamonds in my hands. I've got a couple million fans. I met some folks, but they were nothing like. Till I walked through walls. Till I walked through walls.
So what do you guys think of this song?
I wanna be with you, 'cause I'm me with you. I've seen things, I swear to God, that I I still can't believe I've seen shooting stars and crystal balls and magic in the breeze. I've seen Paris, I've seen London, I have been weak in the knees. Ain't seen nothing that's quite like
so let's
you.
go rest and get our bonuses.
Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo. Till it burns down, till the world ends, till it's all gone, till my last breath, till I leave town, till there's nothing left, till I'm in the ground. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you. And when I'm a ghost, I will always be your boo. Till I'm a ghost, I'll give all my life to you.
That's our new emote that we just got. There it is. We got that new emote. Hype sleep. That's so cool. Woo! We got a bunch of new emotes coming in. I'm gonna have to look at those after the stream. So there we go. That is Ghost by Tom McDonald. That is his new #1 Billboard hit as an independent artist. He's not attached to a studio. So maybe I'll set something up where it plays Ghost whenever we do the hype train. What do you guys think of that? I think it's a pretty good, upbeat, like positive vibe song. Woo! Yeah, thank you guys so much for that hype train. That was freaking amazing. So we actually completed a full hype train. That is freaking cool, man. And we got new emotes unlocked. I'm gonna have to play around with those and see what we got after the stream. And like that's awesome. You guys are such an amazing community. Let's see here. And by the way, I'm gonna consider that an early birthday present because I turned 34 on January 26th, which is in 6 days. So thank you guys for the early birthday present. You guys are amazing. Cool song, good vibes. It looks like you got 50% through a level 2 hype train. Yes, I did. I saw that. That was so cool. But yeah, no, we got apparently it gave me a bunch of notifications afterwards that I unlocked some new emotes. So I'm like, I definitely want to go through those and check those out. I wonder if I got to set them up. I probably got to set them up knowing knowing Twitch. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to set them up. They're right here. So I'm going to post both of them. These are the two that we just unlocked. Bam! Hype Pat and Hype Sleep. That's so cool. What? Shh. No, you don't. You didn't say that. Birthdays are against Twitch terms of service. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, man. I still haven't figured out what we're gonna... Because I gotta do something special for you guys. So, like, I gotta figure out what it is I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do, like, an extra long broadcast or something. Go set up in a different room for doing the broadcast. So that way I can just broadcast longer. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So now that we have the Horn of Plenty and we've got our wine shipments coming in, we can safely, literally sell everything food-wise. I still don't recommend selling the honeycomb. I recommend holding on to that and selling it to the herbalist and White Orchard. And we're never going to sell grapes. Why? Because grapes are how we make purple dye. And we need purple for everything. Everything? Everything. All right. So let's see what else we got. Oh, look, we can start selling stuff. Key to Manor's back door. Key to Manor's front door. Beep 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 beep. Okay. All right. Inventory's cleaned up. Seriously, dude. Hype trains are for you. That's a reward. Just do. That's your reward. Just do. Oh, those. So, like, you guys can't use those emotes? They're not unlocked for the channel for you guys to use? Oh, I didn't know that. See, I'm learning so much today. I'm so glad you're here, man, Baranug, to, like, share your wisdom with me. What's that new symbol next to your name? You got a hype train conductor. And Froggy Pate's got a hype train conductor. That's kind of cool that you guys got unique symbols next to your names now, too. That's kind of cool how Twitch acknowledges you guys in that way. Man, Runehei. Absolutely, man. I got to get more emotes for you guys, too. That's another thing. So, here's my question. Because we're going to be doing, like, Division 2, we're almost done, well, kind of almost done with Witcher. We got this DLC, which I'm going to wait until we're actually towards the end to do this DLC. And then we've got the Ciri quest line still to do. My question is what things in like Division 2 or say Witcher, probably do some more Tom Clancy games too. What kind of channel rewards can we put up for you guys that you guys are genuinely interested in? The reason I'm asking.
So we took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells. To the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
The reason I'm asking is because I don't know what I should put on there for you guys. Because it's not like ESO where I can change out mounts or I can change out hats or outfits and it be non-consequential to my stats. But then the other thing about it too that I got to keep in mind is that the few things that I've tried to put on there and before, like the hydration and stuff like that, like we had a few people show up to the channel and really abuse it and ruined it for everybody. So that's why I'm like, what do you guys want? What do you guys see as something useful as a channel point that you guys would actually use points on, that you want to use points on? I'm curious. We can use those emotes. I'm saying that we have you contribute enough to a hype train because you already do enough with what you do. No need to no need to think you need to pay us back or something. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. But, when you guys do special things and spend time here with me and donate subscriptions, pay, or to get a subscription yourself, whether it's Prime or paid, and then you donate bits, or you just continue to share the kindness that this community just exudes. For me, I'm just like, no. Part of the reason why I feel like I need to do something special for you guys is because you guys are always doing something special and inspiring and amazing. And I feel like it should be acknowledged. And I feel like it should not only be acknowledged, but it should be rewarded and encouraged. Because kindness, it just really, in my real life experience, my personal experience, I know everyone's is different, the world just lacks so much kindness. And the internet especially, and then the gaming community especially, has its super toxic areas that are even worse than in real life. And for all of you, the entire Legion, right, to be amazing like you guys are and be kind like you guys are is it makes me feel good, not only to be part of this community, but knowing that the things that I did in like the military, the sacrifices I made in military, the sacrifices and choices I make with my time and my limited resources to be able to do these setups and these games and spend the time with you guys, like it truly makes it all worth it. and I want to make sure that you guys are able to feel the level of appreciation that I have, and I know that I'll never be able to express that accurately, but it's not going to stop me from trying. I definitely am going to continue to do my best to always express like the gratefulness and the humbleness that you guys make me feel. And yeah, like, you guys are a true inspiration. Every one of you are true inspirations, and I wish more people could see that, see those examples of kindness, and maybe it would inspire more people to be kind in real life. The Courteous Crusade, right? Man, the Courteous Crusade, I still haven't forgotten about that concept. I'm waiting till, because I know that, there we go. Now we can get back in here. Look at that, Wolven Boots. Bam! The Courteous Crusade, I'm just waiting, because I know that to, like, properly launch the Courteous Crusade, it's going to take people that have time on their hands, like, a lot of free time. Because, man, that concept of the Courteous Crusade, where it's like, oh no, we're invading this this toxic gaming community, and we are going to be the shining light of courteousness. And if we find toxic individuals, we will beat courteous into them. Because it would be like PvP type games or whatever, right? No. But yeah, no, I still haven't forgotten. I still keep the Courteous Crusade in my back pocket, because eventually it's gonna be the right circumstances to be able to launch it, and it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be epic. I'm excited for it when we have all the resources and whatnot to do it correctly, but I know that it's gonna take time to get there, and I am okay with that. Nah, you're preaching it without saying it's still there. Well, that's true. I haven't officially. I keep getting turned around because I'm moving while looking at the chat screen instead of looking at the computer screen to see what my character's doing. I do love the concept of a Courteous Crusade. I think it's so cool. And you know what? It just dawned on me. I forgot to do something over here. Is it not this water? Is it the other water? It's the other water. Yeah, this just has the buckthorn and enemies. In the water, one of the waters, it's the other one that we're gonna go to. There's actually stuff. There's a chest underwater, if I remember correctly, in this Witcher area. So we're at Scareborne. So those who don't know, this is the map where the Witcher Wolf School Castle is located. So this would be where Geralt became a Witcher. He trained here. He was mutated here. Ciri was brought here and trained here. All of the Wolf Witchers were trained here. This is Vesemir's home. And it's the one place that all Wolf Witchers are able to safely always return to and call home. But we got the superior Wolven Boots, which is the real reason why we went in there. Bam! Woo! Alright, let's get going. Trying to make it all the way back to where we're supposed to be. Oh, what's in this building? What's there? Put Q back on. Alright, go. But yeah, no, as far as channel points go, definitely let me know, guys, if there's something in particular you think of that you would like to see as far as point redemptions. Because honestly, I'm struggling to come up with an idea here that people haven't already abused in the past. or been disruptive with in the past. Because, yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot of cosmetic choices that don't affect my actual stats of the games. There's not like a transmorg option for the outfits. Come on. Hurry up. There we are. There we are. But yeah, there's not a transmorg option. I mean, I guess I can put like... No, because the game thing can be disruptive depending on what people pick. Oh, I'm teasing. We got epic wife tutorial stream. Out of context, that sounds very wrong, and anyone who wasn't there. That's true. We did have that. But I mean, like... So, my wife is willing to do it once a month. As far as the being a special guest. Last we had a discussion on the subject matter anyway. She was willing to do it once a month. But we had to find the conditions that she set, where we had to find something that she could truly give us information about. Like Gwent, she knows the Skellige deck. She gave us some helpful information. But there's not too many games that she does play, and she definitely doesn't play frequently enough to be comfortable with doing many other things. Like a big game that she loves playing, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? And as you saw, even then, like when she did the Gwent tutorial, she went for as long as she could as far as teaching stuff goes, and then when she was done, she was done. So that's the other part, is like whatever she does broadcast, it would be limited to whatever the intent of the purpose of the broadcast was. Like that was to teach Gwyn. She did it, and she was done. So she's not one of those that will play a video game for the sake of playing a game.
Eskel made camp here.
Hold on.
Looks like he planned to stay outside a while.
Not really needing 100k. No. I know. I'm aware. But I also know that a lot of people have a lot of points, and their requests, and there's been several requests from several people for a point redemption. And I agree, you guys should absolutely have one.
Footprints.
I just want to make sure it's worth it for you guys and it's not disruptive.
Interesting.
And
Rocks.
that
Tracks
is
end
where
here.
I get confused.
Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent.
Find a sample of the goat's scent. I know where Eskel is. I don't need to do this tracking stuff, but I'm trying to do it for you guys.
Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, the stench.
I know Manberna could show us the owl that lives in his beard. It was great, even if it was just once ever. I'm glad I was there. I mean, she was super happy and surprised with how many people showed up and showed support, and that everyone was so kind. Like, she was very happy about it, and that's why she's agreed, like, if there is something legitimately that she can teach or show or anything of that
Eskel's
nature,
tracks.
she is willing to do it for
nose.
once a month, you know. And so that is actually a thing that's on the table. We just got to figure out what things that you guys want to see from her as far as stream gaming content, you know. Little
Didn't tie
bleeder.
itself to this stake.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
By the way, I talked to Cabin of Horrors, Monami Fawn, and Cabin of Horrors and Monami Fawn are planning on coming
As for
back.
forked
or
tails, bait
trying.
them thusly. Pound a steak in the...
Hold on. They are trying to make an effort because, you know, they got the new jobs and having to reorganize everything in their real life. But they have told me that their intentions are to be back streaming regularly in February or March. And February is next month, which is not that far away. So we have those things to look forward to. So start keeping an eye on those notifications because Cabin of Horrors and Monami Fawn have announced that they will be returning in February, March timeframe. At least that's when they're shooting for. So that'll be exciting. We'll have our horror streamer back. Everyone's favorite horror streamer, Cabin of Horrors. And then Monami Fawn, she's just a fun variety streamer channel to hang out in. So I haven't seen them at all since they stopped streaming. They showed up for when my wife was doing her special broadcast. They showed up then. But outside of that, they haven't shown up to anything for anyone. Because again, they both got new jobs in real life, and due to the both having new jobs, they had to readjust everything else in their lives as far as scheduling and responsibilities and rebalance everything. So they're taking their time, which, you know, I strongly encourage. You know, always take your time, do things correctly and healthily. Do it the way that's the best for not only your physical health but your mental health and your emotional health. And then that way you feel balanced and you don't feel overwhelmed doing things, and you can enjoy doing things like streaming. Because when you see a streamer it's a grind for them, it's just a job and they don't care, you can tell. And then nobody wants that energy. You know, like that's no, that's bad energy. But you get a streamer that's excited to be there, happy to be with the community, loving to do the streaming, you can feel that energy. And when you can feel that energy, people want to show up and be there, and it makes everything else that much better. So that's why I'm like, because I know them in real life. Like I went to high school with Monami Fawn. Like I've known her for over 20 years. And so that's why I'm like, no, definitely take your time. Definitely take your time. But I was excited to be able to come back today and be like, hey guys, I actually have a time frame. And when they come back to streaming, they'll be back in everyone's channels. They'll be back to hanging out, you know, and I'm excited to have them back in the community and being active again. So that's something exciting to look forward to.
Soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See your memories back in full. In spite of your years.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Good to finally see you again.
Okay, so you hear that. He's as old as so they're as old as each other is, right? Geralt, during this game, is between 98 and 99 years old. That is how old Geralt is. So now, because of that comment right there, that lets us know that Eskel is right around that same age too. So they're both right at the cusp of hitting a century old. I think they're pretty spry for people who are century old.
Yen's keeping you pretty busy, huh?
Started shouting out orders with just 1 foot out of the teleport. I tried to get a word in edgewise, to which she said...
One should not interrupt a lady.
Exactly. Times like these, I'm glad this ugly mug of mine keeps the women away.
So Eskel's a character in the books. I have seen various things where Eskel is supposed to partake in the School of the Lynx founding and educating of the Witchers that come out of there. But I've also seen things where Eskel's not included. So Eskel's hit and miss.
Looks aren't everything. Certainly not to all women.
You're right.
I need to go
Almost
put my
like a
dirt
full
on. I keep
purse, too.
forgetting.
Don't have much to brag about in that domain either. Shh. Hear that? Incoming.
Alright, so we're gonna do this Eskel quest, and then we're gonna go put our mutton chops back on. I keep
There it
forgetting
is.
to put that back on.
I see it.
Picked a bad day to leave its nest.
Damn it! It's taking off! Hit the wings!
Alright, so now we gotta go run through this cave. Run! There we go. Here we go. So now we follow the blood trail.
Bleeding heavily.
From an artery.
Well, if it's bleeding from an artery, then...
Hate it when they do that. Might have saved us some trouble. Let us kill it now.
Mm-hmm. Then maybe gut itself, run a spit down its throat and out its ass?
Damn straight. Doubt the beast that well-mannered, though. We gotta climb.
Bit of
Not
exercise
scared
to
to
leave the
leave you
horse
good.
down below? Forktail could decide to have at him.
Scorpion's a warhorse. A purebred Kedwenny. He'll be fine. Have I told you how I got him?
No, don't think so.
Saved this lost
They
night
keep
once.
talking.
You know, woods, dark, wolves, the standard. Told him, give me what you find at home and all that. No kid this time, but his mare had just foaled.
Eskel and Scorpion. Fled to its lair, looks like. An enchanting tale.
Good. Means it's done fleeing. Gonna make a stand.
So the fact that it hit an artillery spray now that they're done talking lets us know that, you know what, no matter what, this thing is dead now. It's just a matter of, do we kill it or does it bleed out? Arterial injuries, unless they are quickly treated, will kill you. Guaranteed every time. So, ooh, what's up here? Nothing. Just a dead deer. Oh, run, let's do this. That's gonna be around the corner. But before we go around the corner, what we gotta do is loot this chest. And I think there might be one over here. No? No. You know what's crazy? So, Tom McDonald did this little video. Now let's kill this thing. Tom McDonald did this video showing, and of course we're gonna have a cutscene and interrupt me.
Spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Gonna tell me which side of the knife to cut with next?
The sharp one. Come on, hurry up.
And they're gonna talk some more, aren't they? Huh? Maybe not. Okay, so Tom McDonald did this video when that Ghost song came out, showing, because he's an independent artist, he doesn't belong to a studio, right? So he was showing, because his Ghost song made it to the #2 charts like pretty quickly. And he was comparing like how many people it took to do his song and then how many people it took to do what at the time was the #1 song. And it was like producers, songwriters, yeah, and the #1 song, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's still on his shorts videos on his YouTube channel. But it was something like 17 people were involved in the creation of the #1 song. Not music video, just the song. 17 people total and 2 studios funding it. And then Tom McDonald's was #2 at the time, and it was just him. He wrote it, he produced it, he performed it. So it was like really interesting to see that, you know, and he financed everything. Like it was really cool. And then through just the sheer fan base that he has, he was able to become the very first independent rapper to make a #1 hit on the Billboard Studio Records, like the Billboard charts.
What do you say to a little
for the
race?
pop charts
Maybe
as a
see who's
rapper?
faster, Roach or Scorpion.
He was the first to ever do
And
it, so it was
who's the
like,
better
man, that was
rider?
amazing.
Not really a challenge, because I could beat you riding a lame sow. But why not?
You're a lame sow yourself. First to Kaer Morhen wins!
And Eskel, I wish you hadn't done that, because now I gotta embarrass you, bud. Come on, Roach. Even give him a head start. And we passed him. Alright, remember, when we're doing any type of racing, if you look at your mini-map, there is a line. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's green in this case, sometimes it's blue. We've seen all three. Follow the line. Do not go willy-nilly off on your own. If you stray too far from the designated path, then what ends up happening is you end up automatically failing it for leaving the path. So stay on track. Use your mini-map to guide you. Very, very important. Bam! There it is. There it is. With the victory.
Finally. Took you a while.
Saddle kept sliding.
Mm-hmm. Not a crappy show dancer out there who doesn't blame her shoes.
You're a fucking show dancer. But one who's damn good on horseback. Didn't wager anything, but can't help thinking you deserve a prize.
If you insist.
Since you insist.
Here. Use it wisely.
Let's see, what does he give us? He gives us 10 experience points and Mountain Folk Boots. Manuscript page for Hangman's Venom. Woo! I need to go put his mutton stash on. His face is naked, and we can't have that. So we're going to go see a barber real quick, and then we're going to come back to Kaer Morhen and start knocking out the rest of these quests. All right. I wish there was a barber here. But sadly, alas, there is not. All right. We need Oxenfurt. Oxenfurt is where our little barber is. Actually, you know what? There's another barber that's should be a little bit more convenient. That's not the place. No? No? I don't happen to see him. Maybe he's up farther north. You know what it is? I never went and discovered him after I freed him, and as a result, it looks like the icon's not showing up. Alright, so we'll go to Oxenfurt. I know where the Oxenfurt one is.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Alright, let's go see the barber, get our mutton stash back, and make everything right in the world again. Woo! Alright, there's the barber.
Greetings, most. Got a razor and shears.
You know what? I could do Geralt's hair and mustache. Like, that's a changeable thing that we guys could do, I guess. It does cost coin. Have you guys seen all the different Geralt beards? Do you guys want to see all the different Geralt beards? So, obviously my mutton stash that I love rocking. Right. And then, we've seen the clean shaven. We've seen the full beard, right? When he's got all bearded in. Let's see what the mustache with soul patch looks like. There is the mustache and soul patch, which, I mean, that one's pretty good too. That one I kind of dig. And then we've got the bushy goatee and short mustache. Doo-doo-doo. I don't mind that one either. I kind of dig all of these. These are kind of nice. Look at that. The bushy goatee with the short mustache. I dig it. I dig it. And then the full beard trimmed short. Well, I guess if we leave that one, it would grow back in and become full like we've seen before, right? So yeah, that's all the beard appearances you can get from the barber. Let's go back to the Bentley Mountain Chops. And then the hairstyles. Let's show you guys all the hairstyles too. Right now we're doing the shaved on the sides and the back is in a ponytail, I believe is what this haircut's called. It's my preferred haircut for Geralt. Let's start with long and loose. This is the hairstyles. So there's long and loose. Let's see, what else do we got? Loosely gathered and tied behind the head. So there's that one, right? And then we are gonna go loose, but not too long. So there's that. I think Geralt looks strange. So we're definitely not keeping that. And the final one, the Elven Rebel cut. And there it is. There it is. I think it's weird. And oh wait, no, we did miss one. Shaved on the sides, short on the top, and a ponytail. Here's the final one before we go back to the one that I prefer. But yeah, if you guys do, this is cosmetic. Granted, it costs coin, but it's very little coin. Look at that. We got the little feather waving in the front there. I think I don't like the way it looks on the top front. It looks sloppy. So what we're gonna do is gonna go shaved except for a ponytail. That's what it's called. Shaved except for a ponytail. Bam! So now you guys have seen all of the facial hair and hairstyle choices that they have. Which again, these are cosmetic. This is one of the few things in the game that is cosmetic.
So long.
Bam! Run! So now that we got the facial hair fixed and re-established.
You're sorted for at least 2 days.
Beep, beep, beep. So now that we've also completed the Heart of Stone DLC, I do not believe Shawnee's here anymore. I think she's gone by this point. Yeah, see, when we come in here, Shawnee is actually gone. So if you want to see Shawnee, you got to talk to her before you end the DLC. If you wait until after the DLC, she becomes unavailable, sadly. So keep that in mind. And look at this. Not even so much as a goodbye note. We'll even check downstairs, just for good measure. Nothing. So she just left. She skipped town. No, she didn't skip town. She. If you guys, I don't know how many of y'all remember, but she did tell us that the reason she was packing up was because she got ordered to a front, a war front, by the Redanian army, because she's a medic for them currently. All right, Beck. Well, isn't that map gorgeous? So let's close that and reopen that and try that again. There it is. I kind of want to make that Scareborne speech thing go away. So let's knock out more of the main storyline to make that cutscene go away where Dandelion is talking. All right, so we dealt with the iron mine. We've dealt with Eskel's craziness over here. Now we're gonna go do unpopular things. What do you mean unpopular things? Exactly what I just said, unpopular things. So what the unpopular thing is that we're gonna do is we're gonna actually show up here, and we're gonna clear all this, and then we're gonna go up to this magical place right here. Magic. It's fantastic. All right, so let's put
His
up on
long
it.
search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Scareborne.
Scareborne. I really wish they would give you actual control, like make this a settlement place where you could dump coin or resources into the restoration of the castle. I think that would be such a cool idea there. I know that Lambert's... Okay, so Lambert's confusing. The character himself is confusing, and you're gonna hear more about it as we progress in this storyline here. Lambert is very much... Because of his age when he joined the Witchers, or when he was forced into the Witchers, rather, because he didn't join voluntarily. Nobody joins Witchers voluntarily. It's always
Show me
forced.
what you got.
Because of his age, he remembers his human life prior, and he remembers the abuse and everything he went through. His father was an alcoholic and beat him. And then, when he was going through his Witcher training and to become a Witcher, he also remembers the brutality of the Witcher trials and training. His joining was especially brutal in the fact that very few of the people who got trained, the kids who got trained, actually survived. Most of them died. And he's very bitter and resentful over that. And as a result...
Trained here as boys, before the trial of the grasses.
You hear this? So they trained here as boys before trials of the grasses. But anyways, as a result of... Get Yerden. As a result of all of that brutality that Lambert's endured, he's become very bitter. And he's very much opposed. Strongly, adamantly, and loudly opposed to creating more Witchers or subjecting other children, because they have to be children, to becoming Witchers in the training and the trial of grasses and all of that, right? Which is crazy because of how loudly opposed he is. But then later we find out that him and Kira Metz, the sorceress from the Tower of Mice, she ends up with him as a couple, and they found a new Witcher school which they create new Witchers. And you have to go through the trial of grasses and all this brutality and these lack of surviving, right? And it has to be children to create new Witchers. And yet the guy who's so opposed to it, turns around and founds a school to make more Witchers. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Come on, bro. Hey, you, come here. There it is.
How about that? Seems the Bastion's haunted.
Of course the Bastion's haunted. It's a Witcher's facility. Do you know how many people have died here on a regular basis? And then the other thing to keep in mind also with why a lot of this stuff is destroyed and dilapidated is the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, none of the original schools, Witcher schools, have been left intact. Like, they've all been attacked at one point or another by human kingdoms. So that's another big point to always remember when we're dealing with the Witcher schools, right? Is the fact that all of them have been attacked by human kingdoms at some point or another. And some of them were able to defend better than others. School of the Wolf being one of them.
Something must have bound them to this place.
The School of the Wolf was able to successfully defend at a very heavy cost. Whereas, like, the School of the Cat, it literally doesn't exist because a human aggressor completely destroyed the school and razed it to the ground. So, it's like, some schools survived, some schools didn't. And then you definitely can't kill all the Witchers because the Witchers are always out doing contracts and traveling on the path. Ooh. Okay, so we gotta keep exploring here.
Medallion's hopping, but I can't see a thing. Maybe the lamp will reveal more.
Do not stop. Bleeding is no excuse. Now take off that bandage and get back to your training. You'll see to your wound when I say you're done.
See, so the kid stopped training because he was hurt. And again, these are children prior to the Trial of Grasses, so these are human children. Unaugmented, unmutated. And that Witcher was just like, oh, you're bleeding? That's not an excuse to stop. Listen, dude. It's absolutely an excuse to stop. You stop, you treat the injury, and then you continue, okay? Treat the injury first. Always. Every time. Every time, every time. Because if somebody dies because they bled out, or an injury is exacerbated because it wasn't treated.
Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike from the wrist,
hold on.
not your elbow. Again.
I mean, that's actually sound sword fighting advice. It's a lot of wrist action. And then if the bandage is already on there, that's the other thing. Is like, if the bandage is already on there, why are you making him take it off? Like, just leave it alone, right? Leave the bandage alone. Let him stop the bleeding because he's still a human child, not a Witcher with super powerful regeneration properties, right? So you have that just it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive. All right, let's go up here. And look.
Must be his ghost that haunts the Bastion. Maybe he'll leave if I bury his bones.
A horde. Something's happening. You're to hide. Wait till I come back. Yes, I know you've trained with swords. You're still shit with them. I want you behind those rocks and keep your mouth shut.
Pitchfork. No massacre's complete without one.
So, why pitchforks are so significant and why Geralt will always comment when pitchforks are involved is because Geralt was killed by a pitchfork during race riots when the humans were freaking out and wanting to kill all non-humans because whatever zealous church said so. Geralt was actually stabbed by a boy in the stomach with a pitchfork, and it killed him. Ciri brought him and Yen, because Yen was dying as well. She was injured in that situation. Brought them to a special place, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and they were healed. Geralt ended up in the Wild Hunt, all of that fun stuff, and then he ended up in a sarcophagus, where he was brought back to life. And when he was brought back to life, that's where the first game starts. But Geralt was killed with a pitchfork, so that's why a pitchfork is always going to be something he comments on. So the boy, obviously, the little boy that we saw, they did a very piss poor job of doing an atomically correct skeleton, because this skeleton is obviously the size of a human skeleton. But this is supposed to be the little boy's ghost that we keep seeing. And if you look, he's actually stabbed twice with a pitchfork. Like, he's stabbed in the legs and pinned to the ground, and then he's stabbed through the chest against the wall. So we're going to take his remains. Trippy. No massacre is complete without one. Yikes. Okay, yeah, okay. So, Trippy, yes. The reason why we're seeing ghosts is because in the beginning of the game, we got this magic lamp here. And that's literally the name of this item. It's Magic Lamp from Kira Metz. And it allows us to see ghosts from the past. So we're able to see the events. Ooh, you gotta be super careful here because you will die if you jump off of the higher part. Which we're not trying to do. I'm trying to get right in between. There it is. You can at least wait till I get off the platform, man. Alright.
Wraiths. They'll try to stop me.
There we go. Now the wraiths are all dealt with. So that's why we're able to see the past, which is really cool. I like that aspect, that touch that they added to the game. I think that was brilliant. It was a nice way to give a quick backstory that most players would take the time to acknowledge and witness. As far as pitchforks and massacres, oh man, I have seen certain, we're going to refer to them as injuries, that are related to objects such as pitchforks and similar pointy, dull instruments like that. It's not the points that are causing the issues and that make them so brutal. It's the fact that that's the only sharp part. So, like, the rounded portion of the spikes on the pitchforks after the point, it causes a tearing of the muscle, the tissues, the organs, if there are any organs impacted. And it's the tearing and the ripping because of the dullness of the rest of the metal that causes injuries that are not repairable. So, and it's also a peasant's tool. Because you got to think, medieval time periods, peasants all had pitchforks because most of them were farmers. And so, that being stated, it was a readily available tool, and it's got some reach, requires very little training, but it creates injuries that to this day, even with modern technology, we would have severe problems trying to repair damage caused by these instruments. So yeah, like, absolutely. Gotta have those in massacres.
Take care,
Those massacres are usually about brutality and pain. So he buried the kid with the Witcher swords. Because he wasn't a true Witcher, so he doesn't get the true Witcher ceremony. All right. Let's get on out of here. Now, there's a... It's for Joel. I can't remember where it's at right now. I may look it up just to show it to you guys. But there's actually a... Oh, you know what? I think I know where it's at. I think it's over by the trolls. But there's a grave site. There's an actual grave site in this game that when Geralt goes to it, it has a special dialogue moment, and it's because it belonged to the grave site is Joel's. And for those who don't know who Joel is, Joel, in the very first game, Joel was a Witcher in training. He hadn't gone through the mutations, but he was getting trained. Young adult, late teenage years, early adulthood. That's the kid's age range there. And Joel was killed in the first game. Yeah, we can't go up there. So yeah, I think it's by the trolls, but I will make a point to show it to you guys. Now, we're going to do some crazy stuff. We're going to save because this area right here, doing this little mission objective here, it will absolutely 100% of the time. Why? Shit, I understand the problem now. There it is. Now, monsters who so rudely interrupted. Alright. So, let's get on up here. So yeah,
the
this
old
part...
signal tower. It'll be nothing but a pile of rubble soon.
You can absolutely die simply by falling. And there's a lot of, like, on the edge climbing that you have to do. You see this stone on the wall right here? Well, it's kind of hard to see. Right there, and it says loot. So you want to make sure that you're grabbing that stone. Polished crystal, right? All right, cool. Going in. Getting on up here. There we are. And then, no one dead. And then, no one dead. Wait a second. Was that what I just thought it was? So this isn't the Winter's Blade. It's a Winter's Blade. This one doesn't level with us. The Winter's Blade that you actually get from Kraton Croc gives us... it gives us a unique weapon that will level with us.
Might want to look around some.
Might want to look around some. So now that we've got those letters, you have to actually read those letters. Loot. And again, be careful. Geralt will absolutely walk off the edge here. And as people may go, like, oh, well, it's not that far down. You're right. It is not that far down. He would absolutely survive falling off of that platform.
A portal. Power cell's missing. Need to look around.
Which we already got. That was the crystal on the side, right?
Right.
So now we can
Now
put
to
that
activate it.
If you were to fall off of this platform in any shape, way, or form and he decides to roll, you will die falling off of that cliff. Now here's the part why I say we have to save.
Teleport's open, but it looks
Hit it.
unstable. Guess one cell's not enough.
And then we hit it,
Works.
and now
Who
it's
would've
stable.
thunk?
Timing's tricky here. So make sure you save your game before you make the jump. Very important, because you can absolutely miss the portal and die, and sometimes the game just flat out glitches. So here we go. We've saved. And jump. Woo! All right, it worked. It worked. Pull out your silver sword as soon as you get in here. Activate Qune, and let's do this. And there's a Wraith. Bam! That would be why. And as you saw, that was a level 23 Wraith, and there's your Wolven armor. Okay, so now that we've done that, you gotta come up here. And again, be careful. You fall off the forward way, you will die. You fall off that way, you will die. So what do we have to do? What will we have to do is you come over here to this white scrape marks on the ground. And again, be very careful. And as soon as you fall off this part, start pulling back on the joystick so he doesn't roll. Oh! Whew! I was quick on that jump, on that grasp. Ah. So you can see like what I mean by be careful. And again with the slide, you can't. It's hard to control those slides, so you got to be mindful. Make sure you're pulling back on those parts on the joystick, like you're trying to walk backwards, right? So there we go. There we go. That's one place down, and we got the wolf armor sets. Very nice, very nice. So now to the next place. The next place we're going is actually the Trial of Grass's location. I don't know how many people are aware that there was Trial of Grass's location here in the game, because it's not a marked quest to go over there. But it is an option, and it'll give you a little bit of insight to kind of like what Geralt and Eskel and Lambert and Vesemir and everybody went through. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is Geralt, Lambert, and Eskel went through this stuff 100%. Yes. Vesemir went through this stuff. Yes, 100%. But you know what also happened? Vesemir oversaw this stuff. And that's a point of resentment, again, for Eskel, our local negative Nancy. There we go. So that was a little tricky to get up here. But as you can see, totally worth it. Okay, so maybe it's not totally worth it, but still. Looty loot loot, right? No good gamer leaves loot that's claimable untouched. That would be irresponsible gaming, and we just cannot promote irresponsible gaming. All right, let's get up here. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention the Gaunter O'Dim little bit that we did with Shanti when we went and talked to the scholar and got information about the Gaunter O'Dim character and how to defeat him. If you're gonna side with Gaunter O'Dim, you don't have to do that part. It's quite fantastic, actually, not having to do that part. All right. So, you only have to do that part if you're going to defeat and fight him.
A wolf
and
head.
you are going to...
I know this place. They held the first trials of the grasses here before they built the fortress.
Alright, but yeah, if you're gonna defeat Gaunter O'Dim because you want that sword Iris, go do it. You have to do the scholar thing, but if you're not gonna fight him, if you want to side with him, like I did to get the Horn of Plenty, then I strongly recommend just go over there. Skip the little scholar section, right? Make it easier on yourself. And then experience it on your second playthrough on the New Game Plus. Alright. So here we go. The original Trials of Grasses for the Witchers. Yeah. And again, and also, again, keep in mind that this is part of the thing that kills a lot of Witcher candidates. Like, the Trial of Grasses is not only does the training kill a lot of them, but the Trial of Grasses kills a significant portion of candidates. And the other thing about the Trial of Grasses
place
is
where
it's
monster
not a
slayers were
painless death.
created, now infested with monsters, near dripping with irony.
Legitimately, when they
Mutations were carried out here. Nice acoustics. Kids' screams must have carried far.
There we go. So, that kid's screams must have carried far. The Trial of Grasses is an extremely painful and brutal process. And the children that die in the process of the Trial of Grasses during that stage of becoming a Witcher, it is an excruciating and horrific and grotesque death. There is nothing peaceful, there is nothing nice, there is nothing good about it, and the thing is they can't just kill the kid. Look at that health gain. Look at that health gain with all the bonuses we got. That's gorgeous. As I was saying, like, they can't stop the process. Like, they can't just be like, oh, well, this kid's in excruciating pain, let's put him out of his misery so he doesn't die painfully, right? You can't do that because there's a possibility they may survive. No matter if they survive or die, it's excruciating and it's grotesque, but if they survive, they become Witchers. If you kill them to spare them the pain, then you'll never know if they would have succeeded and become Witchers. So it's one of those. Like, this, you just have to witness and endure that suffering. If you are someone like Vesemir who created and trained Witchers. And you know, with the type of man Vesemir is, you know that witnessing those things, it's not easy on him. You know that he suffered with that. You know that stuff still haunts him. There's no way it doesn't. Not with the way that they wrote his character. And especially because, like, he's the senior Witcher. So it's like these were all his kids on top of that. He was responsible for them. So he's got to feel like an extra level of remorse and pain and guilt with each loss and with each memory of that screaming. Like, you really got to feel for the guy. But it's his duty, it's his responsibility as the senior Witcher.
That smell. Mutagens. Makes me want to vomit despite the years.
Do you see this table?
Table for mutations. Like our sad Albert, except even sadder.
So the kids would lay in here, and they would get cut open and have mutations put in them. And then a sorceress or sorcerer would do magic to bind it all and create Witchers. And it takes a while. And there's other chemicals and stuff that go into this, but like, this is the table that they are laying on when all of this is happening. Like, that's a metal bolted together table. It looks like iron, probably. And there's definitely no comfort given whatsoever. There's got two of them that we can see. So it looks like they would create multiple Witchers simultaneously, which makes sense for the training purposes, right? And then we got the superior trousers. And look, there's the third one right there.
The lab, where they brewed the potions. Poisons, more like.
See, like he remembers. Trial of Grass's registry tome. Look. Bartel Henforce. Anyways, age 9. Died after administering witchgrass, heart failure. Diedrich, age 10. Survived the trial, died shortly afterwards. Multiple organ failure. Jop the Bon, Glean, age 8. Survived the trial, but damage to the brain was too extensive. Had to be euthanized. Aelid Rogiven, age 10. Died after administering spear gas, cerebral hemorrhage. Conrad of Rinby, age 9. Survived. Convalescing, may begin training in the next month. So, out of 5 children, the oldest 2 were 10 years old. So, ranging from the ages of 8 to 10. Of 5 of those children, only 1 of them survived. 2 of them survived the actual trial of grasses, but 1 of them died shortly afterwards from multiple organ failure, and the other one had to be euthanized because of the brain damage caused during the trial of grasses. So, yeah, out of all of them, only 1 survived. Like, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about with, like, the brutality and the... This is part of Lambert's hang-up. This is one of the many things that Lambert has a hang-up on as far as creating Witchers go, and the process that was involved. Lurk. All right, well, thank you for the lurk. It's gone all lurky. I wonder where. Time will only tell. So yeah, like, there's definitely an extreme cost, not only in the amount of lives, obviously, but you got to remember, like, the people that are doing this, the senior witchers, the sorcerers or the sorceresses, the other witchers that are witnessing or assisting the senior witcher. Like, those types of things scar a person and stay with them for the rest of their lives. So not only does it cost an extreme amount with the lives of the children lost, but it costs an extreme amount as far as the mental health and sanity of those involved with trying to create the Witchers. And you know that the senior Witchers got to have tremendous amounts of guilt, or at least feel failure for losing so many consistently.
Some contraption. Broken.
Alright, let's finish looting all of this. We've read all of these books, apparently.
That smell. Mutagens. Makes me want to vomit despite the years. That smell. Mutagens. Makes me want to vomit despite the years.
Let's see if we can actually interact with the correct one.
Prepared the herbs here. Corn lily, nightshade, wolfsbane. Nature's finest.
Wow. Nightshade. That's poisons. He wasn't kidding when he said poisons, right? Because nightshade's actually deadly in the right quantities. You could see some of the herbs still left over.
A vat for seeping the herbs. I remember those teas they gave us.
So yeah, like, here we go. There you guys go. This is the original Trial of the Grasses area. And it looks like they've got 3 of the tables. One there. One there. And then one right there. So they could make 3 Witchers at a time through here. But it got moved to the fortress, as he said, at Scareborne. And their table was called Sad Albert. That's what they called it. So there we go. Little bit of Witcher lore. It's part of the darker side. When you keep in mind, like, think of how many people have died to make the amount of Witchers in the world. So, you know, it gives you context, and it's kind of like a somber reminder, like, hey, not that to all this great power that they have, this increased speed, the increased healing, being able to use the Witcher potions, the ability to fight the monsters, the knowledge that they gain, the night vision stuff. Hold on. There it is. Fall down. Boom. Y'all should have just stayed up there with your friends. Your friends were smarter. You notice how your friends are still alive because they didn't chase me? Just saying. Maybe you should follow the group on that one. Alright. But yeah, like, all of the power and benefits that they do have, it comes at a severe cost that's just not sustainable. I mean, the other thing about Witchers is, for all intents and purposes, they're also immortal as well, right? They're not going to die of old age. They're not going to die of disease and any craziness like that. If they die, it's because they were killed by either a human or a monster. Every single time, without fail. So, yeah. Here we go. Severe costs, heavy costs to great benefits, but it's not a sustainable course, which is why you don't have kings and whatnot go in. Hey, we're going to sponsor this Witcher school, we're going to found it, and you guys are going to run it, and we're just going to supply you with people. It's because it's not a sustainable option. The human cost required is not something that any human population would be able to sustain for an extended period of time. It's a short burst thing, or it's a small quantity thing. That's the only way that you could pull it off. Alright, so before we go doing some craziness over here, because we are going to come back to this place, we're going to come up here, and there's a tower all the way in the back that we're going to go deal with. I think there's a water hag here, isn't there? Yes? No? Maybe? There is a water hag there, but I guess she's not going to come out because she's story. Let's see. I kind of want... Here we go. So, when we go and talk to Lambert, we're actually going to take this little path down and then end up here and then come over here. So that's why we're going to just, like, ignore this section of the map. But we are going to take this, and we're going to take this path up here. Okay? Okay. Glad we had that discussion. Woo! So, how's everybody doing? Anybody got any exciting stuff going on in their worlds right now? Or in the future that they got maybe some cool plans that they're excited about? Hey, look. Look. Woo! You know what? We kind of need to go over there now that I'm thinking on, because I want to try this really crazy theory build. I have a theory on a build that I think could potentially be overpowered. Potentially. And I don't know about y'all, but if the game lets me do an overpowered build, I'm absolutely going to do an overpowered build in every game. Right? And you know what's funny? Is the overpowered build theory that I have. Because on paper, it should be overpowered. On paper. We'll have to see if it translates in practice. But it's food-based. How crazy is that, right? It's food-based. Oh, man. That was a lesson. You don't hit people. It's rude. Bad lesson. Ah! And now we've got the wolves, of course. Why? Because when you fight Leshens, you always fight wolves. That's the rule. It's like their little summon minions. I guess the last two aren't going to come up here and play? You guys are really going to make me chase you? They're going to make me chase you. Alright. Let's do the looty loot loot. And then go get those last two. Hey, you guys! Wait a second, what was that? And why did that vibrate? I always have to stop and go, wait, what am I missing? Turn on Witcher Vision. Because my controller does vibrate, but it's not supposed to vibrate unless there's something significant that you, like a red. It's like when we go into Witcher Vision, right? And you can see that things glow yellow. See? Glowing yellow. If there's something that glows red that's not an enemy, that's when it's supposed to vibrate your controller. So it's weird that I just randomly walk around and then vibrate, and then we go into Witcher Vision and nothing. Not a single freaking thing at all. None. Zilch. Nada. Ooh, it's a second wolf pack. Just on this one little path, man. Listen, Vesemir, Eskel, Lambert, you guys were here before me. You guys need to step it up with the keeping the routes in the area clear, man. Perimeter security, bro. Unless you're No, I can't say that because they're not using them as a... I was going to say unless they're using them as like a defense. But I know damn well that they're not using it as a defense. It's just they're lazy and they're always on the road. Alright. Looty loot loot. Okay. Jump. And we got the silver sword. So now we've actually got quite a bit of the stuff required for the School of the Wolf armor. I want to say I think I got almost everything for enhanced, possibly superior as well. I'd have to double check. Alright. Jumpy jump, jump. And enhance. Look at that. Look at that. I don't believe there is anything else this way. I think everything else is up there. Oh, look. I stand corrected. There's another 650,000 wolves over here. AKA pack number 3. Sounds kind of alarming. Which part? There's quite a few things that were alarming about like the last 30 minutes of conversation. see, let's see, let's see. And then everything's destroyed. Destruction. So, yeah, like, I was right. Because it dead ends here. You can't actually climb the mountainside. So you're stuck there. That's all she wrote, folks. Alright, so let's get out of here. Let's go talk to Lambert. Good old upbeat, happy-go-lucky Lambert. And I can't believe I was able to say that with a straight face. But yeah, no. God, Lambert, you're so annoying. Negative Nancy Lambert, man. That's what I prefer to think of him as. Negative Nancy Lambert. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this or not. And it was something that I didn't know. I just recently discovered this, and it's not a Witcher related thing. This is a Fallout thing. So, are you guys ready for this? I just recently learned there's a note that you can receive in The Witcher, in Fallout 4, okay? There's a note you can get in Fallout 4 off of an enemy. And if you read the note, it gives you it's a message between two people, E and S, and they're talking about a delivery. And if you go back to Fallout 3 and you go to the location that was written about in Fallout 4, there's actually a secret cache of equipment. So there's a note in the Fallout 4 game that leads you to a cache that's hidden in Fallout 3. I thought that was so cool in the way that they did that. But I just recently learned that. It's one of those, like, I kind of want to go do it just to say that I've done it. Like, there's no achievement or anything in it. It's just one of those little things, Easter eggs that the gamer community has been granted by Bethesda that is kind of cool, you know? Gives you a reason to go back and play the old games when they're like, hey, by the way, blah, 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 blah. You know? Guess what? Go check this out. This is a thing. Because I personally, I'm not a big fan of Fallout 3. But learning that little piece of information alone, I was like, well, damn, I kind of need to go play Fallout 3 again just to see it. Now, granted, you can get it pretty early in the game because of where the location is. I'm not going to give away the location because I want to actually find the note for you guys in the 4th game first at some point in the future. Not anytime. I don't know that I'm going to do it anytime soon, but some point in the future, I want to do that for you guys. My Easter egg is my ESO house is a nest on the side of a cliff of Worthgard, and I left an egg in there for... That's pretty cool. So, does anybody here do you guys have favorite Easter eggs that were hidden in video games? I know me personally, I have a favorite Easter egg, and it's from Fable 3. And you know what my favorite Easter egg is? It's legitimately an Easter egg. They hid an Easter egg in an unmarked puzzle that you have to do. And you have to, like, change the times of the day and do certain things with certain weapons, all to unlock it. And then when you finally unlock it, it's legitimately an actual painted Easter egg. And they tell you it's an Easter egg. It's so funny. So freaking funny. All right, let's talk to Negative Nancy over here.
What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Potato.
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
there's secretly like 100 negative levels in Super Mario Bros. I know about negative level 1, where it's the underwater section. I think it's off of level like 1, 2, or 110. It's in the first chapter. And instead of doing the pipe, you go, like, you can jump through the bricks and go into a negative 1 level. And then it's an underwater level, and then when you get to the tube at the end, it cycles you back through at the beginning of the level again. Of the negative level. So it's one of those, you just keep doing it over and over and over again until you die. Or you run out of time. But I do know about that one. I don't know about any others. But I'm not surprised. Not in the slightest. Some of the old school games left... There's a lot of hidden things in old school games that not a lot of people are aware of, because during the time period when those games came out, Google wasn't a thing. YouTube wasn't a thing, you know? So it was one of those, like, you had to have a friend that knew about it. Or they had to have mentioned it in a strategy guide that you could purchase. Or, who remembers this? Who remembers this? Calling the helpline because you got stuck at a certain part of a mission. You couldn't do it. And you talked to a real life person who sat there and was like, oh, you're stuck where? On which game? Okay, well, this is how you do this. Okay, now when you get to this part, do that. Like, they would walk you through video game levels. Who remembers that? Like, that was such a thing. And tell me that wasn't one of the coolest jobs that you could possibly ever have. What's your job? To play video games and help other people play video games? Seriously? Yep, absolutely. People call me when they need help, and I walk them through the level. I kind of wish they would bring something similar to that back, where it's like paid company that hires gamers to just do that. I know it's not practical today. Like, we have technology like YouTube, where the game developers can just record their people doing these things and just post it, and then be like, no, just go to our channel, man. You know. But still, it was such a cool concept.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous white wolf at my side. So, you ready?
All right, let's go.
No reason to wait.
So here
Let's
we're gonna
go.
hear Negative Nancy.
Oh, meant
So
to
if you
tell
pay attention to Negative
Can't get to
Nancy,
the circle through the mountains. Rock slide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten, that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
I kind of like Lambert's appearance, like the way his armor's set up. That black leather jacket with some metal plating and strategic
Savola's
locations.
breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamandra assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
I do dig his armor. I wish it was buttoned all the way on the bottom, but or zipped or whatever
Been
the
thinking,
case may be.
We gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Wow. Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. Drop them in, then scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
Right? It makes sense, but at the same time, like, think about that. You gotta, in order to kill the fish with explosives, it's not, okay, most people misunderstand. Like, there's not, when you kill the fish with explosives, it's not the explosion that's killing them. It's the shrapnel that's killing them. So if you kill them with explosives, now you have to dig and clean out all the shrapnel from the fish meat. Or what's left of the fish meat, rather. If you get lucky, you can kill someone with the concussive energy blast of the bomb going off. But for the most part, you're going to be cleaning shrapnel. Either that or just be
Not
prepared to
your
like
lucky day.
break your teeth off
Nice
on
shot.
shrapnel.
Hunting's almost a diversion without him. Gotta get me one.
Bam!
Oh, well. Color me
Okay.
impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zeracania.
Save that tale for your next sorceress.
Shut up, Lambert. You're a jerk. Save that tale for your next sorceress. Listen, dude. Listen, okay? There's only one sorceress for Geralt when he has his memories intact and he knows who he is. And that is Yennefer. Alright? Alright. I'm glad we had that discussion, Lambert. Hating on me for being with sorceresses? Dude, you're gonna hook up with Kira Metz. You're gonna hook her with Kira Metz, bro.
Tell me about
Maybe we should
Vesemir.
call him Negative
Things will be
Nancy
better
the
between
Kettle.
you.
It seems so.
Kettle calling the
Old
pot
man
black.
stopped demoralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Mm-hmm. Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way. Geralt?
Honestly, I think... Alright, here's my thing. I don't think Lambert is a good fit for the School of the Wolf. I really don't. I think Lambert would have done far better in the School of the Cat. He is way too negative to truly be a wolf. Right. So yeah, I think making Lambert a wolf was a poor decision. I think they should have made him I definitely believe they should have made him into a School of the Cat person. He fits that personality archetype better. Wow. I actually just realized what time it was. Can we save the game here? We can save the game here. Alright, you know what? I just realized what time it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to raid out. And it looks like Mr. Mike Macon's online. So why don't we go see Mr. Mike Macon? Yeah, let's go see Mr. Mike. It's been a minute since we've seen Mike, right? Yeah. Let's go see Mr. Mike Macon. And again, thank you all for being here. You guys have been amazing and wonderful. And thank you for the bits. Thank you for the subscriptions, both gifted and purchased. But more importantly than everything else, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for spending your time with me. It does mean a great deal. And don't forget to join the raid. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Keep an eye on those notifications for when we go live next. There's not too much left in Witcher, so we're going to be trying to knock out a lot of this before we head back into more some of the Tom Clancy world. Division 2. And again, I'm still playing Division 2 off stream. So if you guys want to play Division 2, let me know, because I am playing it off stream and I will be playing it on stream again in the future as well. And we do got a clan over there. We need one more player to unlock the special clan projects, okay? And we need to do clan projects in order to unlock the store. Anyways, so without further ado, let's go see Mike.